So every incoming student has multiple advisors. You have an academic advising director, you have a pre-major advisor, and if you're an athlete, you also have an academic advisor in the athletic center.
All students have an academic advising director.
Your academic advising director is a full-time professional PhD level advisor who works with you and all of your fellow dorm mates in your dorm and neighboring dorms.
As an academic advising director, I'm located in the residence to help students with navigating the basic things around Stanford.
Some of the common questions that we receive are:
how do I pick a class? How do I enroll in a class?
What would be a good way for me to explore these interests that I have?
What am I going to do with that? Fill in the blank major.
How would I pursue some of my interests in research?
Our business is to know the university and to know how to connect you to the next steps.
In short, your academic advising director is an expert on university curriculum, policy, opportunities, and resources. You can meet with your AAD anytime. Each one of us has an appointment schedule online where you can easily make appointments to see us, and you're also welcome to drop by anytime.
Come in and talk and find out the things you need to know.
Your AAD's office is conveniently located in or near your dorm complex.
Everyone coming in also has a pre-major advisor. Now, while AADs have between 120 and say 200 or such incoming freshmen, your pre-major advisor has between 2 and 6 incoming freshmen.
Pre-major advisors are members of our community. They're faculty, they're teaching staff, they're research staff, they're volunteers. The thing that they have in common is that they really care about undergraduate education and they want to work with a small group of students. We match on interests broadly. We can look at those approaching Stanford forms that students fill out and the letters you write to your advisors and the things that you check off are interesting, and we look for clues in there and think, where is the student sort of going? If you're interested in STEM fields, we try and put you with a STEM person. If you're interested in humanities, we'll try and put you with the humanities person. There are shared academic interests, but sometimes we get creative. We've matched on things like people who enjoy rock climbing or kayaking or a particular sport. Common interests can be a common language. And it might not be completely obvious at first, but it might be a fun match. It's a little bit of science, but it's a whole lot of art. Their role is more of a mentoring role. They check up on your transition to college life, see how you're doing.
Now, your AAD is going to be the person who knows about curriculum and course choices. That may not be the case with your pre-major advisor, but what they can do is connect you to opportunities on campus.
Stanford is a ridiculous embarrassment of riches, and it's very easy to get overwhelmed by all of the possibility. Your pre-major advisor is a good person to stand by your side and help you filter those things out, which are really a good fit for what you want to get done here. If you're facing any challenges in adjusting to college work, your pre-major advisor is a good person to help you connect with support resources. So it's good to have a friendly face and a solid ally when you hit the ground running. You meet with your pre-major advisor during your student orientation, and that's a group meeting and a one-on-one meeting. And then you will meet with your pre-major advisor once per quarter until you declare a major.
Now, if you declare early, that's fine too. And this is not to say that that connection has to go away.
And if you're an athlete,
you have an AAD, you have a PMA, and you have an ARC advisor.
We noticed that student athletes have particular challenges when they get here, a lot of time constraints, and all of us are former Division I athletes, and we understand kind of these challenges and can work with them. So the ARC advisors are pretty analogous to the academic advising directors. However, we work with a subset of students, which are student athletes.
And they help student athletes make sure that they navigate not only their courses, but NCAA requirements and make sure they maintain their eligibility. At Stanford, we do believe in the multiple mentor model, and we want to connect you to Stanford in as many ways as possible.
So we want students to go to multiple people to seek advice.
And you can go to anybody that you want to. We recommend that you also make use of your instructors and professors and any peer advisors you may have in departments that you're interested in.
If you were to give a message to the incoming class before they arrive, what would you want them to know?
The first thing I would say is we are so excited to meet you. We are so excited to get to know you and find out who you are now, who you're going to become, and what you're going to bring to the Stanford community.
Keep an open mind and try new things. Don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone and enjoy your time here.
Breathe. It's a marathon and not a sprint.
Explore, take a look at some of the things that you've always wanted to get more deeply involved in and which you can here now.
And there is so much here to do.
There is so much to do here.
And I think it's important to remember that you have time to reflect on who you are and what you want to do.
If you feel like you can't possibly do all of it, it's true, you can't. But that's not necessarily a bad thing.
As you get started, keep an open mind.
What we can do as part of your advising team is help you figure out the things that you want to do, the things that are important to you.
And it's a process, so patience. Be patient.